Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're bringing you something a little different. We're featuring the incredible Victoria Coleman. But before we dive into her world of goldsmithing, let's rewind a bit and discover the unique story of how she became a narrowboater and why she absolutely loves it.
So my parents live on a boat. They moved onto a boat and I thought they were mad, absolutely mad. And then...
How old were you when they moved onto the boat?
Well, I was at my postgraduate.
Oh, so you're grown up?
Yes, so I was 30, coming on 31. And I thought, they're absolutely mad, it's freezing cold, what, they're gonna absolutely freeze. And then I went to visit and I realised that it's not the case. They're really, really warm. Yeah, we needed the windows and the hatches open because it was too hot, even in the winter. Definitely. And then when I realised what a lovely life it was, I gave in, and you know, it's very hard living in central London, renting a house on your own and then running your business. So to live on a boat gave me that freedom of being able to run the business as I wanted, and I could still sort of move around and have lots of lovely things going on, different garden every other day or every week, or meeting lots of people.
You can live in areas that you couldn't have afforded to live in.
I always say that to people. I can literally move my boat to a place that I would never be able to afford to live. And the views are spectacular. And the community, like we've met you guys and so many other boaters. I think we really stick together. You get all walks of life, don't you, in whatever you're doing.
Let's explore the fascinating journey that led Victoria to become a goldsmith.
I know what you want. You want more treats, don't you?
Yeah.
I like your. That's
very
wintry. That sweater as well, isn't it? You're Santa's little helper.
Yeah.
This is the typical work of a goldsmith, isn't it?
Oh,
Fitting
absolutely.
shelves.
Yeah. This is what we do every day.
Right.
You've got to turn your hand at everything when you run your business, don't you?
You do.
What do you do and why do you do it?
On the spot. So the business started very much a sort of creative business, for the love of what I do, for creating and making jewellery. I didn't start jewellery making my degree until I was about 25, coming up 26. I'd already had a career in high net worth insurance and appraising fine jewellery and fine arts, which obviously was related to my interest to jewellery and what have you. So it was a bit late for me, really, but that's fine. I think I had a real focus because I knew I'd gone there wanting to do it, and I was that much older, I was paying for it, I was working as well. I knew I needed to make it work, and I was passionate about it, I loved it.
How do you become a jewellery maker? What process? Because it sounds like you have to work kind of with other jewellers. Is it pretty much an apprenticeship kind of approach?
So
or
you can go as an apprentice. There's not so many apprentices available these days, but the Goldsmiths is really, really pushing for more apprentices. I've done my degree, I've done my postgraduate, and then I went to Glasgow School of Art to do a...
Oh, did you? Well, that's really famous. That's like Macintosh and people like that, isn't it?
The Macintosh building, very lucky to be there, yeah. So, and that was an artist in residence, so I was researching my own work as well as teaching.
Brilliant.
But even after that I worked for lots of other makers, and then I was lucky enough to be recommended for the postgraduate and the Glasgow School of Art. So I was really lucky in that sense to have those forwarding things that kept me in the industry, got me to know more people, got me to work with other artists. And then I was in London at Cockpit Arts for about 7 years, which again is an incubator for lots of artists and makers across the board, different crafts. You get your freemanship.
What's a freemanship?
So the key to the city, which is basically a thing in the industry that says that you've entered into the goldsmithing industry and you've done your time and
I didn't know that. So you can actually get I've heard of a key to the city.
Yes.
And I thought, well, that just went to sort of really big you know, celebrities.
No, so I think the main thing about having your freemanship is basically looking out for the industry and the up and coming makers, and nourishing them and sharing skills with them, and just ensuring that they get the best to go forward in our industry and take on what we're doing. Ralphie, when I had the business in London, there's lots of freelancers doing like I was doing, working for other businesses while you're building your own, and much like Dee's doing now. When Dee walked in and said that she's looking for somewhere to work, and that she told me she'd studied at Birmingham under Jewellery and so on and so forth.
Birmingham's well known for jewellery, isn't it?
It is, and I know some of the tutors and people that have been there. Dee does pet portraits.
Okay, these are yours, Dee. So
these are prints.
Do you do commissions?
Yes.
Yeah.
They are drawn, painted, and then they're digitally edited. So once I've drawn, painted them, I basically just scan them into my computer, and then I use the software to either enhance the colours, change the colours, add a kind of another layer on top. So these are just some standard dog breed prints. So these aren't pet portraits as such. Yeah, Dasher and Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, and we've got some. So these are just really good like grab and go pieces for people to buy.
And a Frenchie.
And a Frenchie, so we've got
And a lab.
So I just try and do kind of like popular.
But what I like is that you've got real character. So these aren't taken from photos then?
No, this is me just drawing.
So you created the life in the place.
And they're just great for, you know, people. I mean, so many people say to me, can you do this breed? Can you do this breed? But these are great pieces for people just to pick up and buy. I am a goldsmith.
Oh, you are a
goldsmith.
Goldsmith. So,
but I'm just getting back into it. These are Hannah Bedford, aren't they? These.
Yes.
Which are gorgeous. Love these. So we've got these in the gold plate and silver as well.
So they're silver. And then solid silver and then plated gold.
Yeah, is it a 2 micron, a really heavy plating?
3 to 5 micron.
So even more so, plating. So they'll last, you know, they'll stay.
18 carat.
Yeah. I just love them in the silver and the gold, but I think the gold's my favourite. These are these gorgeous stacking rings. So these are Dagmar's rings. So we've got all these little diamonds. So they're really delicate, but I love them because they can just be stacked together as well.
So are these sold individually, Dee?
Yes, they are.
So people can kind of collect, can't they?
Exactly, come back for more.
They are unusual, aren't they?
Yes.
Is that sort of hammer work she does to get that?
All the gold ones are done by hand.
Right, okay.
So then all those little petals are individually cut by hand with a saw, and then formed and soldered on. Some of our other pieces, like the pieces we've got in here of Dagmar's, those more...
Are these all Dagmar's?
They are, yes. So some of those...
She's quite prolific as well, isn't she?
She's very good. Dagmar and Dagmar Korecki and Hannah Bedford are our best sellers, definitely.
Yeah.
Have you got any of your creations in here?
Not yet, I'm working on that. So yeah, that's yet to come. So I've got a few bits in the pipeline at the minute. So this is another fave. This is a Hannah Bedford, and I just love this. I think because again we've got the oxidized silver with the gold.
Very different.
It's just really cool, isn't it?
The shape is different to anything you'll find in the chain stores, isn't it?
Exactly.
So this is Tanvi Kant. These are her pieces, and then we've got these pieces in here. They're lovely, they're all bound by hand, they're recycled materials. This one, for example, we've got some beautiful moonstones that are shimmering in there. Some of the bracelets start at 25,
Okay.
and then they go up.
So they really are affordable.
You might be looking at something more like £130 for something like this with the pearls and these moonstones and these beautiful stones. But Tanvi's work is really worth its weight in gold. She spends hours and hours doing this, crafting these. Everything's recycled. Even the stones have been pre-used and they've been saved, cleaned up, repolished and put into her beautiful pieces.
That's really unusual. That is very striking, isn't it? With that kind of mixture of what would you call that? What would you call this? This stuff, as opposed to the pearls. I'm not sure what
this is bound
you call
material.
it just bound material.
Yeah, so it's wrapped basically, very tightly, and she's developed her own way of doing this. So she teaches classes. You can go and find Tanvi Kant online, and you can do one of her online classes to make your own.
Victoria, you're going to pick out some of your. You love all this work, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
I love it all.
But I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you to kind of really hone in on if somebody were going to buy you these pieces. Let's say pick out 4 or 5 pieces, and that can include your own.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. It's hard because we like so many of the pieces in here. Okay, there's some rings that I love, and then Jens.
This is starting to look like quite a nice Christmas collection already,
absolutely,
isn't it?
right. But who wouldn't be happy with that for Christmas?
And I saw when Dee had this in a smaller version.
Beautiful.
And
this is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
So all of these little tiny balls, they move.
Oh wow, so they sparkle.
So they always sparkle and they move on the body.
That's lovely.
Very pretty.
It's very, very beautiful work by Yen there. And she does lots of earrings and matching necklaces. This is a ring by myself. My fingers are total maker's fingers, dirty, rough, polish in them. So that's one of my rings.
What stone is that in there? Is that
So that's
an
a
emerald?
tourmaline.
That's tourmaline. Okay, so it's a
love
slightly different
working
colour
with
to an emerald, isn't it? It's got a different shade in it.
Yes, this one's a really nice bright one. I love working with tourmalines and I love working with green stones.
Well,
Diamonds on the arms
is that what
and
they're
the
called?
border.
They're called arms, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, these arms that come down on the shank. And then that's more of a bottle green tourmaline, that one.
Yep.
Then you've got some of my favourites from Hannah Bedford.
Wow.
She does all the granulation.
That's really
which is
detailed,
amazing.
isn't it? That's got a lot of work gone onto that. by the look of it.
Absolutely, really beautiful piece. And then not to leave behind this little one of Hannah's.
That's pretty, isn't it?
This is based on waves in the shoreline, and it's got some lovely sparkly sapphires in there.
That's pretty. That is pretty.
So much like Hannah, all of the designers in here are the same. So there's no one in here that's just bought from a random maker, or it's all people that we've networked with, or we've taught with, or learnt with, or friends. Classes we've done for years, we used to do them in London, they're brilliant. We do wedding ring classes and we do ring in a day classes. So people come for a number of hours. They're quite personal now again. As I said, the business is on a really personal level with all our clients. So they come and they get to learn to make a ring. They play with some textures and some copper and some different techniques. And then they choose what they want to go into in terms of thickness and length for the silver.
We really enjoyed visiting Victoria's business and meeting Dee, and she is located in Craven Court in Skipton. So be sure to drop by and check out the shop next time you're in Skipton. She also has a website with online shopping. The ring making class is definitely on my Santa wish list. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please like, comment, and share. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and click the bell to be notified when we put up new content. See you soon!